This is Phoenix, the new hero in Marvel Rivals, and I'm not joking. It's insane. So I've been lucky enough to get access to her early, and what I'm going to do is show you her in detail here because it's ridiculous. I mean, just look at the hero. Look at the design of this hero. So it's Jean Grey, obviously an Omega level telepathic X-Men or mutant, and the Phoenix Force merged together to create Phoenix. This is essentially one of the most powerful entities in existence, right? I believe. It's just insane. Anyway, the hero design, again, is incredible. This game is fantastic at this. Like, I know I've waxed lyrical about this before, and I know you can come at this with negatives and say, well, okay, some of the abilities are quite similar, and this is a duelist hero that, again, can fly, kind of like the last duelist hero that can fly. You know what I mean? Although the flight is different, and okay, it's a fire-based hero like the last one. Yeah, Rivals is releasing heroes very quickly. We're going to get them every month now. But I just think this is outstanding design because it's two characters that you control at the same time. I think a very basic way of looking at this is it's kind of like, yeah, you're controlling Jean. You're Phoenix, though, but you're controlling Jean, and the Phoenix Force takes over when you use certain abilities, but you're still controlling the same character. So the first thing I want to show you is really cool this. So this is the melee attack. The Phoenix actually does it, or the Phoenix Force does the melee attack. And you'll notice the melee attack is doing something quite nice. All of Phoenix's damage abilities do this. They apply a build-up of a damage proc, which is really cool. So watch this. On a hit, you get 1. You can see it above Luna Snow's head. And then you get 2 on the next hit. And on the third hit, it will detonate. So you do the damage, and it detonates. And this does AoE damage as well. But this triggers off all of her abilities. And if you crit with this, you will do... Well, you get double the amount of the... effect on the hero. So I'll show you this now. So yeah, I just wanted to show you the melee because I think that's really cool. So looking at Luna Snow, right, if I shoot her in the body, you can see she gets 1 of the stacks of the flame effect, and now she's got 2 stacks. I hit her again, she'll explode, right? So we just kill her off. Now I'm going to shoot her in the head. Watch what happens now. So any crit shot will result in getting 2, right? Watch this. Boom. So we've got 2. So we hit her anywhere now, she's going to explode. This is going to do a ton of damage, and it's got to be said, this is a hit scan hero. She's also got 275 health, which is bonkers, right? So this primary fire is just going to be insane. I mean, the damage is massive, right? Now, we know Rivals likes to do this. It makes the new heroes insane, right? Just insane. I mean, if I just go over here and shoot these guys over here, you'll see it again. Like, me landing the headshots on these, it's triggering super fast. Like, this is just... This is massive amounts of damage. You remember, that explodes. It's literally an AoE. So if I go over here and just... maybe I'll hit these guys. It might not actually. It might be out of range. Yeah, he's slightly out of range of the explosion. You can kind of see the visual effect of it, though. So if I kill this guy now, watch the visual effect of it. See the explosion? It's fairly big. So in a team fight, if everyone's on top of each other, you're piling damage in. You're actually going to do a ton of damage. So again, this hero is just utterly bonkers. So we're going to move on and take a look at some of these other abilities now, because I like this. Again, this is like one of those things where hero design and hero shooters is what makes players come back and play the game. If you drop new and exciting and fun heroes into the game, people will come back and play. And you can say whatever you like I said about the kits, comparing them to other heroes in this game, and this is only going to get worse as time goes on. But this is made, like, it makes me want to come back and play, right? It makes me want to play Duelist, where I've not really necessarily been playing too much Duelist. You know, I was playing Ultron recently, again, I suppose, because he was the new hero, but I generally gravitate more towards support. But this is just like, the design is so good. Like, it's just, it really draws you in. Okay, so let's take a look at these abilities, right? We'll take a look at the, should we look at the alternate fire, possibly? Well, what we'll do is we'll just go over Cosmic Flames and we'll explain that. I know I'm blocking some of this stuff here, but I'll just explain Cosmic Flames. So you launch a fiery projectile forward, applying 1 spark. That's what they call it, a spark, not a, whatever the hell I was calling it. I was calling it like a fire stack. It's not that. Critical hits apply too. At 3 sparks, Phoenix triggers a fiery explosion that applies 1 spark to enemies around and healing over time to herself. So, okay, that's actually ridiculous. So she can heal herself off that as well. Sparks from explosions will not stack within a brief period. Okay, so, yeah. But the fact that when you trigger it, you get a bit of a self-heal is crazy. It's not a massive self-heal. I'll show you that if I can remember, but it's still a bit of self-sustain. And obviously, you're going to be doing a lot of damage with this. It should be up quite often. All right. Let's take a look at the right click. So at the bottom, this is the alternate fire. It's Telekinesis Burst. Mark a targeted area with psionic energy, followed by a series of fiery explosions. The first blast stuns enemies, while subsequent 2 explosions, inflict slow, applies 1 spark to enemies hit. So you heard that correctly. This is ridiculous. Look at that. It pulses damage, it slows, it stuns targets. This is really strong. Obviously, you can see the sparks fade, and you can see the cooldown of this ability. Again, think about this all in motion. You know, as you're doing damage, you know, whatever, you fire that over there. That's doing damage there. Maybe you're going to do a bit more damage here. You're triggering the damage. You're just going to do a lot of damage with this hero, right? She's hit scan, so you need to actually aim. I think I've messed with the sensitivity on my mouse here or something. But you need to still aim, right? Obviously. But the damage potential here is actually ridiculous because I mean, you're just doing... I mean, look how fast they're dying. There's an element here that she's probably going to get a damage nerf, right? But I mean, it's insane. It's actually insane. So yeah, the alternate fire is really, really strong. Because again, remember, this is applying a stun. It's also pulsing damage. It's slowing, but crucially, it's putting the ticks of your sparks on so you can trigger the spark explosion and also get yourself healed. This again is like what Rivals does really well. This complexity of the hero design. It feels like Overwatch heroes taken to another level in terms of like the amount of abilities that you get. And I really quite like that. So yeah, let's move on and take a look at... I think we'll show the movement ability. Well, there's 2 movement abilities. I'll show you the shift first. So I'm actually above this, but it's called Telepathic Illusion. Leave behind an illusion and instantly teleport in the desired direction, followed by detonating the illusion. Enemies hit are applied with 1 spark. So this is not very long range. If I show you this here, like at the 20-meter mark here, I'm just going to go forward. You can see it's took me sort of 15 meters forward, maybe, from the 20 to the 15. But it does get you out of danger, which I think is what it's for. So if somebody's attacking you and you need to get out of the way, you can do this and watch what happens to this enemy next to me. You can get out of the way. Notice, you see my, I guess, ghost that I left behind has triggered, exploded, and applies the spark stack. So again, you can see all of her gameplays based around getting the stacks of spark to then detonate them to do massive AoE damage and then also heal yourself as well. So again, you'd be out of this here, whatever, you're doing damage to them. Very strong, very, very strong ability. It's actually quite nice. And remember, this works in whatever direction you're looking as well. So if I want to go up here, as soon as the cooldown comes off, I'll show you. Basically, you can just go up there if you want. So really, really good movement. But again, talking of movement, we need to talk about her actual flight. Now, this is not as insane as actual flying heroes, right? It isn't perma-flight, but it's still quite a good bit of movement, but it will break if you fire. You can also cancel it as well. So it's called Dark Ascent. You can kind of see it just below me there. And merge with Phoenix, entering a state of free flight, gain a movement boost while continuously replenishing ammunition. So if we... Well, we'll waste a bit of ammo here. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Now we're going to fly, right? So I'm going to pop this. You can see you can fly in any direction. It doesn't last that long, but I've reloaded all my ammunition through being in that state. But if I use the state, and I've got to wait for it to fully recharge. It only recharged a little bit. Come on, recharge. I want to show you that it does break when you use an ability or obviously fire. So I'm flying around, I'm going to shoot, there we go, the ability breaks. You can cancel the ability as well and use other abilities when you're in it. So if I'm up like this, then I can be like, okay, I want to dash over here. You can combo the movement, it's quite nice. I think her movement is okay, because you've got to think, the damage she can do, because she's like Hela on steroids,
there you are,
is massive, right? It's actually insane. She's going to be crazy. Now, we need to talk about the ultimate, right? Because this ultimate, it's going to be hard for me to show this in the video, but it removes summoned items, and summoned items are, well, Hela. When Hela's in her ultimate form, that is a summon. You can use your ultimate as Phoenix, and you will, well, just remove her, and she goes back to a standard state. Obviously, it removes any deployable item as well. I think it removes shields as well. Obviously, it removes walls, like from Groot. They're just gone completely. But anyway, what it says above me is endorsing End Song Inferno. Soar into the sky with the Phoenix and crash down onto a selected area, dealing a devastating damage to enemies while creating a shockwave that destroys enemy summons, shields, and any bonus health. Enemies hit are applied with 1 spark. So remember, like I said, this hero, AoE damage potential are off the friggin' charts, right? It's actually insane. So we're going to use this, right? I'm going to use it a few times, and yeah, just to get to grips with this. So basically, you pop it, and then you get this target. You can't move in this, so you can only like... Yeah, I'm going to aim here, but I'm going to show you some bits and pieces. Because you probably noticed that I could move a little bit when I fired that. and obviously you come back to wherever you initiated the ultimate. So you can see the damage it did to those guys. They're actually pretty low on health. But again, you would like, obviously as you used it, you'd then keep firing, doing damage, using your other abilities and stuff. So let's kill these guys. And I'm going to use it again, just to show you guys, well, I'll just use it again and I won't do nothing fancy. So you set up as the Phoenix. You can decide to trigger it. I'm going to fly forward, hit the ground, massive damage, come back to where I'm from. You know, you're effectively invulnerable as well in this state when you're transitioning from the Phoenix to the, I guess, from the Phoenix Force back to the Phoenix, back to Jean Grey, you know, all of that stuff. It's a bit complex for my little tiny brain, but like, it's still insane. So what I want to show you now is you can actually move quite far with this. So this ultimate, you know, you imagine if you were like sort of, I don't know, you're flying around over here, you're going like this. I'm going to pop my ultimate. I'm high in the sky here, right? And I'm going to fire this over here, but look at this. Oh, okay. I think I hit the skybox. I think I hit the sky. Or did I think I may have triggered it? I think I actually may have triggered it. I didn't hit the skybox. Let's do that again. I don't think I hit the skybox, actually. I think I did, actually. I think I did hit the skybox. Hang on. I did. So don't hit the skybox. But what I want to show you is you can actually send this quite a long distance. Let's go over here, actually, because we'll hit those bots behind us. So if I'm over here like this, I'm going to pop it, pop the ultimate. I'm going to fire it. Now I'm going to target where I want this to go. See how the movement of it is quite, like... I mean, it's hard to control, but if you get good with this, you could fire this basically from spawn and try and hit enemies. Like, I mean, it's going to be insane. Also, the effect on this looks so good. The fire effects in this game look so good. So again, let me just go over here. What I'm going to try and do is hit these guys here with it. I guess I'm just going to go here just so it's easy for me to do it. So I'm going to pop this into the sky, drop this down here. Let's see how it suddenly accelerates. Did I do damage to those guys? Did I damage those guys or just straight up kill them? Surely I did damage to them before. I think I did. I don't think that instantly killed them because it didn't instantly kill those guys. Unless it does more damage when it's moving quicker. Which might be the case. Let's try that again. What the hell? Yeah. So I must have damaged them before. Because I was like, there's no way. There's actually no way that has just deleted those guys from the game. This hero, I mean, you can see her abilities, the ones that I'm not blocking, but insane. Like, actually insane hero design. Again, the actual model looks crazy. I think, actually, we can go and have a look at the skins, I think, at the that they've put in. I think they've got a really good Phoenix one. But, yeah, I think you're going to be hearing a lot of "you are nothing" in your games. All right, let's go and take a look, actually, at this. I think we can just do this. Hang on a minute. See, because what this is like a content creator build of the game, because look how much like of the currency you get, and it's always like got all the pop-ups. Let's go to, I think it's in the store. Yeah, this skin. It's like I've always appreciated good skin design, and I think this game does have some really good skins. It also has, like, you know, mediocre skins that are not the best, and recolors and all of that, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But that looks like, I mean, look at the effect on this skin. Look at it. Like, the headdress looks so good. Like, the flame effect. And this kind of, like, animated texture effect as well. It looks really good. And like, yeah, it just looks really good. Good colours, good design. I don't know. I think, actually, if I click Heroes, I can take a look, can't I, at her. Where is she? We should have a cosmetic selectable here. But I do think they've done a really good job. I mean, this is kind of like a unique way of, like, depicting Jean Grey and Phoenix Force together as, like, this singular entity, and I think they've done a really good job. All right, so cosmetics. Yeah, I think we've just got a recolor. Which, I don't know, to be honest, that actually looks quite good. I think I prefer the green, though. The green and the gold, I think, is probably a nicer skin. But yeah, I mean, look at it. Look at this. It's just crazy. All right, guys, I'm going to leave the video at that. Thanks for watching. I know it's been a while since I've made a video. If I'm being totally honest with you, I basically just took a month off. I just thought, I'm going to ride my bikes because the weather's nice. and yeah, it was nice. But this update looks really good for the game. And it's out fairly soon, I think. But I just wanted to put this video together just to show you Phoenix. And that I think, once again, they've done a really, really good job here of adding a new hero to the game. And we also know that the next hero coming in Season 3.5, which is literally next month, is Blade. And there is rumours Blade might actually be a Vanguard. which could be sick. Also, Blade has got the Operation Blade music as well, which is just sick. I love that. Well, like a different remix of it. But if you've not watched the Blade movie, go and watch it. It is friggin' awesome. Because these motherfuckers always trying to skate uphill. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. And I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, then leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you lovely lot on the next one. Can I remember how to use OBS is the question. That's the full screen, not the end recording. Seems I can't. I'll catch you guys in the next one.